Okay. So again, I want to welcome all of you, and let me get rid of this. On Sunday night, we did a training, and I emphasized a proven secret to making six-figure faster on Facebook and LinkedIn, and that's going to be our focus for the rest of the week, because you have essentially 5 more days until September is over and November starts. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing, to prevent you from adding a few more people to your business before the end of the month. Now, last week, I heard from a student that has really quite a story. He was building a business, and his sponsor died. He was in my coaching program, and rather than continue to build the business, he applied what I taught him to go after people that would be interested in the services. He bought a power wash franchise. We called in last week and listened to what he had to say. Come back. So we're broadcasting it right here. So I want to open this up, and I'm going to bring up Dan. And everybody's got a story. Dan has an amazing one. I just want to.
Hi, Max.
Hey, Dan, it's nice to see you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing is the question.
Living the dream life. That's all I can say. It's amazing. It's amazing. Beyond amazing. My business has exploded, and we're just growing in leaps and bounds. We've got our biggest problem is getting enough people and equipment. And as you know, I use your principles outside of network marketing, but they're awesome in any walk of life.
I remember last year you made the comment that you were struggling financially to where you couldn't even put tires on your car.
That's true. That's true. And now we have 5 work vehicles, 5 drones. We in the process of buying another one, and we buy everything with cash.
What advice would you give anybody that was listening to you? And
I would say, it's all a numbers game, but at the same time, the numbers can be slanted in your favor. And that's what I think your process did for me, was slanted the numbers in my favor. I learned who to contact and how to contact the right people. And I was building a network marketing company, and I stopped just because I got kind of sideswiped when my sponsor died. And Jason was, just a great guy, and it just kind of really set me back. But I was also using these in my personal business, and it just started taking off because of the contacts I was making. I was making local contacts, and just started, it's taken off. We just signed on to clean over 1,000 Pizza Huts. We are cleaning water towers and just things that I never would have imagined. And just the way it's all happened was really just because of making contacts, just expanding my network, contacting people in my area, and contacting people outside of my area with the companies and the people I wanted to work with, and learning who those people were and how to message them. That was the thing that, knowing who to talk to is 1/4 of the bat. I think it's about 1/4 of it. It's knowing how to talk to people. That's the hardest part. Knowing what to say and knowing how to get that conversation going and keeping it going, and to the point where to be able to say, okay, not right now for this person. Their focus is on other things, but just knowing, I've had people that I talked to, and I realized that the conversation wasn't going where I wanted it to, and it was a not right now. But you know what? We've come back and talked to those people again, and just in keeping up with little messages like, how's happy birthday, and I've had people just say, "Oh, hey, yeah, thank you," and you know what? I want to talk to you. By keeping up, and those little things matter, and building that relationship. Relationships have meant everything.
Yeah, it's all about relationships. Let me ask you, what was the biggest thing that you got from me when we were working in my coaching program?
How to talk to people.
That's right.
To talk to people. Being able to and respond and responding in a timely manner, but not being like a vulture and not being on top of people. I still get messages every day from vultures, people that make me feel like they're vultures. And I know they're just trying to build their business, but they shoot me messages, blind messages about telling me all about their business and how great it is and how much I could earn and all that stuff. And they don't even, and that's the very first message they send me. And you know what? I usually block that because, to me, they're just, they're not out there talking to people to work with people. For them, it's just, they just want the money. And I've learned help enough other people get what they want and you get everything you could ever want.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so true. It is the most truest thing I've ever heard. And I didn't know it at the time because it was all about me. Because I need was my issue. I need. I was in a need and not in a helping other people. It was all about me and what I need.
Well, that's understandable when you need tires on your car and you can't afford it. But again, just making that little shift in your mindset, knowing that you're going to fill the need. It's coming.
Exactly.
It's coming.
I was just going to say that last time I talked to you, I figured we'd do $250,000. We're going to surpass $2 million this year. That's a humongous jump. And we can't keep up.
Well, I'm glad I played a small part in it.
You know what? I got a couple sales guys coming online soon, and I've been talking to them, talking to my partners about just saying, look, I know what your camp's about, and I know that it's what it's tailored to, but just I'm thinking about sending in through your program, just so that they learn how to talk to people the right way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, what I was going to say is, how many salespeople are you bringing on?
Well, we've got one person on now. We're looking at bringing on 2 more.
Okay. I'll talk to you about that because in fact, I'll give you a call about it because I've done this with other businesses too, where we've done special trainings specifically for the business.
Right.
So we cut out all of the unnecessary thing of network marketing and we go right after the companies or the types of businesses that you're looking for. If you know who you want to talk to, it's easier to find them on LinkedIn than any place else.
Yep. In saying that, I just want to say, I knew that I wanted, one of the markets I wanted to go after was hotels. And so I found all my hotel connections on LinkedIn and I started talking to them and building a relationship. And all they knew was that who I was. And we, had messages going back and forth and I knew who they were, but they didn't really ask much about me until I kind of put out a little bit and just said, oh, what do you do? Even though I knew in advance what they did, and like you said, it's all over their profile, but people like to talk about what they do. And once they started telling me, they asked, what do you do? And I told them, and I said, yeah, we clean buildings, from 0 to 200 feet. We clean with drones so everybody stays safely on the ground. And you're like, wow, that's amazing. And so we cleaned the Florence Civic Center here. We're cleaning hotels and things like that at the beach. And, it's just all because of those LinkedIn contacts and knowing who to talk to.
Well, congratulations. Just imagine where you're going to be New Year's Eve.
Yeah, me and my partner are actually planning a big party for our company. And we're actually selling franchises and stuff too. So, we're bringing our franchisees in. And we're paying for their transportation and everything because they are the company.
Now that you mentioned it, as you bring in franchisees, you can literally teach them all how to do this.
Exactly.
And your business is going to grow. I love stories like that. And I share them with you, not to impress you, but to impress upon you what you can be doing. There has never been a faster, easier way to build your business than the process that I've been teaching for years. Asking that first question, what do you do? Opens up the door. And think about it for just a minute. When you ask somebody what they do, they're going to come back. They're going to ask you what you do. But if they never do, it doesn't matter, because as you get the answers to what they do, you're setting yourself up to discover, are they indeed a prospect for your business? So when somebody gets into network marketing, what's the first thing they ask them to do? Make a list of the 100 people that you know. We're going to call all those people. And when your new recruit calls his warm market list, traditionally, they get so much resistance. So many people question their sanity for getting into one of these pyramids that they get discouraged. So sales trainers, came up with a cliche, you got to go through 100 no's to get a yes. It's a numbers game. But as Dan discovered, the numbers are in your favor. You don't go for no, go for yes. You know in advance who you want to talk to. So before you go to that warm market list, you make yourself visible on Facebook, change your picture and watch what happens. The very people that you would call to tell about your business, all of a sudden somebody sees your picture change and sends you a message. Max, I love that new picture. So you're right back, Mary. We haven't talked since we worked for the same company 10 years ago. How have you been? What's new? And Mary comes back and tells you that inflation, reduced hours where she worked. She's looking for ways to make some extra money. She asks what I do and tell her that I've got an internet business that is generating extra money for me. And the next thing you know, she comes into the business. The dynamic of the conversation completely changes. Then you help Mary open up her settings, make herself visible. You have Mary change her picture, and she's talking to the people that she's connected to, and so on and so on. Nobody is rejected. No one is talking to anyone that they haven't determined actually needs what they have, wants what they have. Let me take a quick look. And see who's here. And I always enjoy it when former students show up. Pete, it's nice to see you. We're going to take a look at your profile and see how you've been doing. Now, Florida is being threatened by a hurricane. Fortunately, it's the west coast of Florida. But the bottom line is, jump into your account, okay? I'm going to show you how simple it can be. And look at all the connections that you have in Florida. And reach out to them and you can start another conversation. Now, everyone on LinkedIn and Facebook created their profile for a reason. The photo, the cover, plus the information provided about them and their visible daily activity makes it easy for you to pick the best prospects for your business. Prospects who would be interested in your business and eager to talk about it. Everybody on LinkedIn, everybody on Facebook is represented in that bowl of candy. You're looking for business builders. People want to make money from home. You're looking for recession victims. People looking for a way to make money and survive financially. Unhappy network marketers seriously looking for another company. In our upcoming boot camp, we're going to talk about 4 network marketing companies that are currently in bankruptcy. And most companies get out of bankruptcy, but while they're in bankruptcy, it's hard to build a business. Active network marketers that are open to looking at your business and customers. But you have to be talking to people that are active. Have to. And LinkedIn makes it easy because the people that are looking for ways to make money, they let everybody put a frame open to work around their picture. All it takes is a little conversation, texting back and forth, and you know the people that would clearly be interested in what you're doing. Is it really that simple? Is it really that easy? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. I am going to pop over here. Now, one of the things about Facebook, the element of Facebook that's going to get you noticed the most is stories. Now, early today, I posted this story.
You know, it's funny, nobody wants a hurricane. But when a hurricane is threatening your state, you just don't want it to hit you. So to all of our friends in the west coast of Florida, good luck, stay safe. But man, we're sure glad it's not going to hit Miami.
Now,
Here we are in California.
You know, it's funny, nobody wants a.
Now, the nice thing about LinkedIn, Facebook, is that you can see, now these stories are only up for 24 hours. I haven't talked to Jim McCune, who's the corporate director in Melaleuca for, maybe 7 or 8 months. You have all kinds of opportunities to reach out, start up conversations with people all over again. My friends, it has never been easier to build a business. So get in the habit of starting to post things and do it as a story.
Here.
And if you're going to react to something, love it. Okay, loving something gives it greater visibility. All right. So this is what this is what Facebook is all about. This is going to enable you to connect or reconnect with people and bring them into your business. Let me come over here to LinkedIn. And let me unmute Pat for a minute. I'm sorry, Pete for a minute. So Pete, how are you? How have you been?
Good, Max. How have you been?
I, knock on wood, have never been better. How's business?
I'm actually starting to do some more marketing now. I just started working with this fuel tab company, and I just have to get it going. I was more just setting everything up, and now that's why I got on today. I want to actually start using your methods now and actually start reaching out. So I reached out to a couple people last week, and I just got to start some conversations with them.
You know, actually, I'm actually coaching 2 people in your business, and let me see if one of them's here. No. But talk about timing. Okay. I mean, you know, your company sells different packages, and but now you say you were reaching out to people. What kind of people were you reaching out to?
I did seeking opportunities and looking for opportunities.
Okay. Let me give you a big aha moment. All
Sure.
right. Now, people that are seeking an opportunity, God knows, you could do a search looking for opportunity, looking for opportunities. Everybody that drives a car,
True. Mhm.
okay, everybody that drives a car fills it up with gasoline. So if you came up here and you did a search for Uber drivers, how do you think they would react or respond?
They'd be ecstatic, I think. Mhm.
You're absolutely right. So you got 128,000 Uber drivers. Now you could do the same thing
For Lyft. Mhm.
with Lyft for sure. You could also do a search for truck drivers. Whoops. Now, truck driver isn't necessarily looking for an opportunity, but they certainly, without question, would be interested in the product.
Correct. Be a customer. Mhm.
And, right. And then, of course, so you got 750,000 truck drivers. And so if you're looking for people with large circles of influence, then why don't we look for people truck stop owners? So you got 527 truck stop owners. Service all kinds of truck drivers. We could also come over here and we could look for truck stop managers. 1,700. So even though they're not looking for an opportunity, everybody that drives a car is going to appreciate your product. And working with, like I said, I'm working with two folks in my coaching program, and we're coming up with some phenomenal scripts and phenomenal approaches that will basically work for anybody. So anyway, we're glad you're back. Might want to probably want to jump in, because it's been a couple of years, probably want to jump into a couple of for sure a boot camp and catch up on all the things that have changed. Now, at the end of the day, it's always going to be about conversation. So let's come down here and let's take a look. All right, so here's Randy. Randy's back. They all come back. All right. Now, let me unmute Randy.
Hey, Max.
Randy, do you notice anything unusual about your profile?
Oh man, Max, I've been making some changes to my profile and I had no idea that my picture wasn't visible.
There you go. There you go. So yeah, it's something on your setting, that has turned it off. And of course,
Yeah,
it's a great cover. And
I will fix that right away.
yeah. And let me look. Okay. So, it's It's all good. Let's look at contact information. So at the end of the week, you're gonna have a birthday. That's gonna, that's gonna trigger some interesting engagement. And whoops, let me, one other thing that you could do. Okay, so you change the start date here to September. On maybe Friday, change this to October. And that's going to generate, again, it's going to give you an anniversary. Subtle little things that you all can be doing that will put you in a position where you can be talking to more people. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna log out of my account really quick. All right, we're jumping into Robin's account. And let's go over to our message area.
Hey, Max.
Hey, Robin, so who are you talking to that you want me to take a look at?
It was Adam Tomlin.
Okay. But of course, you got to spell their name right. Okay. So you're talking to somebody. Looking for a new opportunity. You know, there are over 72 million people on LinkedIn with this frame around their picture. So we come down here and you always look at what they've done. And remember, the more people write about themselves, the more open they are to communicating with you. So why did you leave your last job after working there for 4 months? How was that go? All right. And so what you want to do here is, again, well, today being Monday, you know, you could say, I hope you had a nice weekend. You could also use that motivational image. The plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal. And so now we want to keep the conversation going. And so what do you want to know about the guy? You need to look at his background. You need to look at what he does, what his history has been. You want to look for things that he's done that would fit in, not substitute teacher. Okay. Teaching assistant. Marine Corps. Whenever you're talking to somebody with military service, you want to thank them for the service. Okay, now one thing that you could do, an easy thing to do, would be let me now, since you're just getting started talking to him, you want to stand out from the crowd of people that are just hitting them with messages, trying to sell something. So first we'll send that. Future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Now, pop that in there. And so just to get a feel for what he's looking for. Now, let me come down here and let me copy this. So we're going to send this. Then can send him another image. Experience is what you get when you didn't get what you wanted. Now we want to ask a question. So to put everything in perspective, why don't we ask them, resume. What is the salary range? What's the salary range? See, it's easier to talk to someone about your business that's working. They've got income coming in. Now, somebody that's not working need to be generating money right away. And so you want to make sure that his salary requirements are in line with the ability for him to make some money. In some cases, you have to big picture. Big picture. Now, we're starting our now, by the way, today is a holiday. Today is National Pancake Day. There are all kinds of holidays that you could use to start conversations with people. But you all need to be pulling out your project launch script that you need to be using every day. I'm going to come over here to your network. So right here, you got 3,490 people that you're connected to. First level. All right. So let's come over here and do a search for all the people that you're connected to that live in Florida. So you've got 188 people that live in Florida. This lady right here lives in Tampa, and she's 2 days away from getting slammed with a hurricane. Open for work. So you reached out to her beginning of September. Now, you hit her with the icebreaker. She didn't respond, but she saw it. So now what you're going to do again, because we want to stand out from the crowd. So the first thing you're going to do same thing you did with Adam. Pop that in there. And then the question we're going to ask to get the conversation going . You always want to ask questions that are easy for people to answer. All right. Now, October, November, and December are the busiest months of the year in network marketing. It's the holiday season. You all will do more business in the next 3 months than you've done all year if you're talking to the right people. So I encourage you, www.maxsteingart.com/90-day challenge. You can participate in the next 3 boot camps, October, November, December, all the way through the holidays. The reduced price for each boot camp is $59. The new scripts book, which, by the way, is going through a major revision. We should have it ready with the release of boot camp on October the 6th for $70. 3 boot camps. maxsteingart.com/90-day challenge. And you can experience significant rank advancement. Now we're going to be back at 10 o'clock tonight with one more broadcast. LinkedIn and Facebook have made some major changes. Probably one of the biggest ones is if we go over and look at the message area over here, you'll notice you got focused and other. LinkedIn has revised the message center to keep you focused on the people you want to talk to and separate you from the people that are just reaching out and slamming you. Folks, if you're not talking to 10 people about your business every day, you could be. If you're not closing 2 or 3 people a week, it could be. It's entirely up to you. Join me in boot camp, our October boot camp. We're going to have 5 sessions instead of the traditional 4. Create, connect, communicate, and close. And we're going to show you the daily routine that you're going to follow for the next 90 days. Additionally, on Friday, October the 21st, we have it was a 2-day retreat. Now it's 3 days, where you're going to get our 90-day game plan, how network warriors catch whales, and the social media private message scripts is also being updated, and it will be new for all the participants in the October boot camp. Remember, if you're not talking to a few 10, 15, 20 people every day, you could be. If you're not rank advancing every month, you could be. We're here to help you do that. So until next time, best of luck in building your business, and God bless.